What's up everyone, I'm Dan and big thanks to Playtonic Friends for the review code for Elsie on the Nintendo Switch. In a gaming landscape of high-end graphics and expansive open worlds, Elsie takes a bold step into gaming's retro roots, delivering an experience that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly modern. With a roguelike structure, vibrant pixel art, and a score that will have you sitting on the title screen just to soak in its tunes, Elsie is an action platformer that demands attention. But is it for everyone? Let's dive into the world of Planet Ekis, where you'll blast through hordes of robots, die over and over again, and maybe, just maybe, save the day. From the moment you boot up Elsie, one thing stands out: the music. The game's soundtrack is exceptional, featuring upbeat, catchy tracks that make even the loading screen feel like an event. The chiptune-inspired melodies blend seamlessly with the retro aesthetic, evoking a sense of nostalgia for classic games of the late 80s and early 90s. In fact, the music is so good that I found myself lingering on the title screen longer than I needed to just to absorb the atmosphere. Beyond the music, the visuals absolutely captured me. They hit home with a retro pixel art style that feels alive and full of character. The world of Ekis is drenched in vibrant neon colors, giving each environment a distinct, bold flair. Characters and enemies pop off the screen thanks to the game's eye-catching palette, and the character designs, particularly that of our heroine Elsie, are striking and memorable. It's clear that great care went into the visual design of this game. The overall presentation is polished with voiceover work that complements the game's fast-paced action. The voices are crisp and help bring life to the characters, adding an extra layer of personality to the story, even if it's relatively simple by design. Elsie is at its core a roguelike action platformer. You'll traverse procedurally generated levels that are filled with dynamic enemies, traps and power-ups, all while embracing the inevitable chaos and repeated failure. Death is a constant companion, but it's not the end. The roguelike structure means you'll die frequently, but you'll restart with new opportunities for upgrades and character development. The repetitive nature of death in the game isn't discouraging though, it's all part of the learning process. That said, the gameplay isn't without its challenges. Elsie's controls can feel floaty at first, and there's an undeniable learning curve when it comes to mastering her movements. Platforming feels precise most of the time, but there's a slight lack of responsiveness that can sometimes result in frustration, particularly when facing more difficult stages. This is compounded by the fact that you cannot pan the camera to see what's above or below you. More than once I found myself falling to my death, unaware of a platform or lack thereof beneath me. However, once you spend enough time with the controls, you get a better handle on parrying, dashing and shooting. The game becomes a much smoother experience. It's clear that Elsie rewards persistence and learning, teaching you new moves and strategies often after you've already died a few times. The satisfaction comes from that aha moment when you finally beat a difficult section after several tries. It's challenging, but not in a way that feels unfair. It's more akin to the difficulty found in classic games like Mega Man, tough but rewarding. One of the best aspects of Elsie is the variety it offers in terms of gameplay. Weapon customization is a key feature, and you'll collect scraps from enemies and environments to build new weapons and upgrade your arsenal. The game's Magitech-inspired weaponry is a joy to experiment with, each offering unique abilities and styles of play. The ability to rebuild the town you call home is another rewarding aspect of the game. As you progress, you'll use the materials you collect to reconstruct the hub, providing a sense of progression beyond simply getting stronger for your next run. Each upgrade or new building offers additional benefits that make future runs a little bit more manageable, but it never feels like the game is giving you too much too soon. One of the hallmarks of any good roguelite is its replayability, and Elsie does not disappoint. The levels are procedurally generated, meaning no two runs will ever feel exactly the same. Each level brings its own set of challenges, and while the random generation can sometimes lead to awkward platform placements or odd enemy configurations, it largely succeeds in keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting. The biomes in Planet Ekis are varied and brimming with life and death, from neon-lit cities to robot-infested factories. Each environment feels distinct and presents new challenges. The boss battles at the end of each biome are particularly satisfying, requiring you to memorize attack patterns and execute precise dodges and parries to emerge victorious. Elsie also stands out in its dedication to accessibility. For those who may find the game too difficult, there's an invincibility mode allowing players to enjoy the experience without the punishing difficulty curve. The game also offers accessibility features such as increased font size, colorblind modes, reduced screen shake, and even an option to increase the parry window for those struggling with the game's timing-based combat mechanics. Furthermore, the ability to bind controller buttons to your liking is a thoughtful touch, allowing players to customize the controls to fit their preferences. This level of customization makes the game more approachable without compromising its core challenge. It also means that this game can be enjoyed by all ages and gamers of all skill levels. Elsie is a game that doesn't hold your hand. Its floaty controls and challenging platforming can be off-putting at first, but the game rewards persistence. Once you acclimate to its mechanics, you find a deeply engaging and rewarding experience beneath the retro pixel art. The combination of procedurally generated levels, countless weapons, vibrant visuals, and a stellar soundtrack make Elsie a memorable roguelike that stands tall among its contemporaries. If you're a fan of action platformers or roguelites, Elsie is definitely worth your time and one I think is deserving of a place in your Switch's library. Just be prepared to die a lot, but in the end, the chaos is what makes it all so fun. Elsie releases today on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $19.99 in the UK and $24.99 in the US. Big thanks once again to Playtonic friends. Thanks to you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more gaming videos like these. Hit the like button as it helps the channel, and until next time.